Hey there YouTube, Jared here with Godhammer227. Today, smoking this cigar that was gifted to me by Big Al the Crusher in the portable cigar caddy that he gave me. It's a really cool thing. This cigar is pretty good. Believe it's called a Connecticut A14. I'm not sure exactly. All it said was Connecticut on the band. Um, and a little piece of paper that was behind it said A14, but I'm not sure if that's exactly it. The burn line isn't exactly going even for me, and got a little bit of ash on myself. Um, but it's a good cigar. I like it. I like it so far. It's pretty good. So I had an interesting weekend. I went to this music festival in Louisville, Kentucky called Louder Than Life. It's 2 days of nonstop awesomeness. Did a whole lot of moshing, and I'm not wearing a shirt, not to be all show offy or whatever again. I got sunburnt really bad, especially on my shoulders. So, as little contact as I can afford with anything else on the sunburn, I will gladly do. But yeah, I just wanted to come on and say this cigar is really good and tell you about my weekend. So, the music festival was really cool. There were a bunch of big bands playing. I know Slash was there with Miles Kennedy and the Conspirators. Breaking Benjamin was there. Um, Rob Zombie was there. ZZ Top was the finishing band for the entire thing. Rob Zombie finished up the first night. ZZ Top finished the second. Godsmack was there. Um, Beartooth was one of the headliners. Bring Me the Horizon, which is I'm a big fan of them. This band called We Came as Romans, which you've either heard of them or you've never heard of them, and then you either love them or hate them. And I really like them. I've gotten into them recently. I'm not sure why. But they were there, and I saw their show, and it was really cool. Um, I'm sorry the camera is moving around a lot. I'm rocking in my chair and holding up my iPad with my hands. So, but I was front row for a lot of good concerts. The band 10 Years performed, and not many people have heard of them, or you've at least heard of their song Wasteland or Fix Me. Those are the two famous songs, and I held up their singer when he was crowd surfing. Like he was standing up in the crowd, standing straight up, and I was underneath him holding him up and singing Fix Me with him. Like he held the mic up to me and everything, and that was cool. And then for We Came as Romans, the singer, well, I guess he's their screamer or roarer or whatever. They're kind of a screamo band. He's a redhead. He saw me in the front row screaming and headbanging, red hair and everything. And he came up and stood right next to me. It was pretty cool. And so that was really cool. But it was an interesting weekend. I moshed to Beartooth, got into a fight. Um, I was trying to get out of a crowd to find my friend who I went with, and accidentally bumped into this girl and almost knocked her over. But I caught her and I helped her up, and I said I was sorry and all that, and she said it was all right. But her boyfriend, who was drunk off his ass, decided that that wasn't good enough, so he started trying to get big, getting into my face and everything. And I was trying to talk the whole situation down, and then suddenly he just sucker punches me in the gut. Now I've got abs, and I can take a gut shot, but it was bad. I was in pain. I wasn't ready for it, and he hit me right off to the side of the hardest part of the muscle and the softest area that he could probably hit me. So it hurt a lot. So when I finally regained my composure, caught my breath a little bit, I found him, and of course it started screaming, and I hauled off and hit him. One punch knockout. He was in the mud, and it was muddy as shit. Like there were mud pits everywhere. I mean, mud so thick that I was wearing steel-toed boots and I was getting stuck in it. It was ridiculous. It was so freaking muddy. It was in the middle of a field. But yeah, so that was that fight. But I knocked him straight face first in the mud. And then I got knocked out twice by crowd surfers. Got into a fight, knocked the dude out one punch. Then I got knocked out twice on the second day by crowd surfers. was watching Shinedown with my friend who really wanted to see them. She was we were pretty close to the front, and of course all these people are crowd surfing, and it got ridiculous how many people were. And it was two people got knocked. Two people fell on me at the same time. One person bent my head all the way to the side, and then another person kicked me in the jaw and twisted my head back, and I was out on my feet for about 5 minutes because they had finished the song and gone on to another one. And then again, another person who was like 250 pounds easy, and I don't know why the hell they were crowd surfing, got dropped on me and kicked me straight in the jaw and knocked me out again, and I fell back into a bunch of people apparently, and then they helped me up, and I was standing and fully conscious, but I was not there. I was just out on, like I said, out on my feet. Eyes were glazed over. I wasn't there. So that was my fun weekend. Yeah, it was a very interesting weekend, but it was fun. I love moshing. Moshing is my thing. Ever since I stopped doing boxing, I like to do, the mosh pits. It's a way to get the aggression out, You hit people, people hit you, and, it's all in good fun. There's etiquette. There's definitely etiquette to mosh pits. Again, I apologize for the moving camera. I really don't have anywhere to put it over here, and I'm really just not in the mood to have my whole setup, and I'm too relaxed. Besides, I love this rocking chair. It's really comfortable. This is the chair that my mother used when I was a baby. When I was first born, this was the chair that she used to rock me in and everything. And we've had it ever since. It was given to me by my grandpa on her side. Well, it was given to her by my grandpa on her side, by her dad. And we just kept it around. The only problem with it is that it's a it's like a slider chair or something like that. It doesn't necessarily rock like an old-timey rocking chair, but it like has a sliding motion to it. But two of the sliders, or the pieces of wood, grind together and make a really loud squeaking sound that you have to like tilt your whole body off to one side or cause relieve the pressure by leaning off to one side to make it stop. So I didn't really have an agenda for this video, other than to tell you about the cigar, tell you about my weekend, and I don't know why I brought up the chair or why I got so long-winded about that. I need a pipe rack. That's what I'm just getting around to figuring out. I need a pipe rack really bad. I've got, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Just like 10 pipes just sitting around in basically a bowl, and I just take whatever I need to, or whatever I want to smoke out, and use that, and then when I'm done cleaning it and everything, I put it back in the bowl. So yeah, I really need a pipe rack, and I need one cheap, because I am currently unemployed for the next week. Now, that is not because I got fired. I quit my job because I got that new job at the library. And I did not give notice, which seems unprofessional. But when you look at how unprofessional the company is, and I'll give an example of this in a minute. When you look at how unprofessional the company is with 2-week notices, you'll understand why I didn't give notice. So the reason I didn't give notice was because a friend of mine who I used to work with, and I still talk to him and stuff, he gave a 2-week notice to leave the company. And the day after he put in his notice to the boss, our manager, or one of the managers, looked at his emergency medical form, which of course most places demand that you have. And one of the people that he listed to call in case of emergency was his mother, and he put her cell phone number on there. Well, they called his mother at work and told them that he was fired. Yeah. So that's fucked up. That's not okay. There's nothing okay about that. It was completely unprofessional of them, of Hillman, as a company. And so that's why I did not give 2-week notice. I'm not going to risk being fired. I'd much rather say that I quit my job because I hated it than say I got fired because I was trying to do the right thing. One is much easier to explain away. So, yeah, I just quit. I told him I resign. Here's my keys to the trailer. Here's my jacket. Here's all the other company stuff that you've given me. So, I left. I just quit. And so my new job, which I start next Wednesday, that'll be the 14th of October. I quit a week before that, mostly because I wanted to go to that concert on that weekend. No, I'm kidding. No, but I got to go to the concert because I quit. Otherwise, I would have had to work that Saturday morning. Um, but no, I quit because I wanted a week to focus on school. School is a hassle and it is a handful, and I only have 3 classes. My friend Cassie, a very good friend of mine, the one that I went to the concert with, she has, I think, 8 classes, almost every day, 8 classes. And where we live, is about 45 minutes from Cincinnati. And she goes to UC. So she has a hell of a commute there and back, depending on traffic, especially. So for her, it's way different. There's so much, and she's going into a pretty advanced major, and she's actually going to go into 2 majors coming up before long. And I mean, she's got, oh my God, what she's got for homework and shit. I mean, it's ridiculous, and advanced stuff. So I can't even imagine what that's like. If I'm only doing 3 classes and struggling, I don't know what gene is in her, but I inject me with it. So I wanted to focus on school, focus on doing the things that I like to do, play guitar, read. I haven't read in so long. Just read for myself, not something for class. I just haven't had the time or the willpower, or I just haven't been able to sit down and read. Been too distracted, or I've been too busy, or anything like that. God, I'm so sorry about the moving camera, but there's really no better way to do this where I am right now. So, yeah, I wanted to focus on school. And when I do start my new job next week on Wednesday, I know I'll like it a lot more than my old job. Alright, guys, well, that's basically all I had to say. So, Big Al, thanks again for the cigars, the pipes, the pipe tobacco. I'll have to do another tobacco review because I haven't tried Cult Abacus yet, or any of the 2 little baggy blends that you sent me. Just haven't had time. So I'll definitely do a review of those before I, start smoking them regularly. Odin's Wind was really good, so I'm definitely gonna start getting more of that. Yeah, so thanks for watching, guys. Hope to hear from all you soon. Y'all take care.